Today we'll continue with Maps, Format Server, Windows and Help as part of understanding the GUI process, understanding the graphical user interface and how to use the Tableau software. Open the file which is in the MS Excel format. I'm picking any random file. Let's do one thing. Instead of picking an Excel file, let us click on More and see if we can select any of these files. So which of these files should we select? Select Tech Mahindra file. Okay. And if we have this file in all files format, no, we don't have it, do we? Okay, we'll select Tech Mahindra file. I click open here. Why so much of deliberation on file selection? Because I was wondering if we can pick any other file format, but that is also okay. Now, these are the files that we have already used. So now that is your sheet 1. If I click on sheet 1, these are the details that we have pertaining to this particular. But we were on the data source tab. So last time we had done bit of analysis as well. And so let us continue with some part of analysis. It will be a very short part because today we have more detailed data tables, so that should be a bit useful. So okay, let us select. No, this is the column and the rows pane. This is the page filters marks pane. That is fine. That all will come a little later in more detailing. But what I'm intending to do here is I want to study the high prices against date. Okay, or let's say close prices against a date. So imagine, like when we speak of high prices will be or should be on the y-axis, okay, and the date will be on the x-axis. Do we have a date here? Yes, we have the date here as well. Let us take the date on the rows. No, not on the rows. Let's take it on the columns side. And we have no, we don't need the months and the okay. We need monthly. We don't need quarters. So let's delete the quarters here. We can remove the quarter, and we can remove the year as well. Wait, let us remove this also. Let us go only on the close price. So I'm taking the close price on the columns pane. Okay, and that is what it is showing us. Now these are the bar charts. If I want to go in terms of the histogram view, I'll click on the histogram view. So that is how the tables will show up. If I go on the analytics, it will show me these set of analytics features. So the close price on the column, I'll remove this. And this is how you go as far as the analytics. Now, once we have the data, let us also take the open data on columns. Now, this is the sum and this is what? It's the count. Okay. So if we take this instead of count, if we click on sum, then it should show something like this. And let us take the deliverable quantity, supposedly. If we take it over here, noticeably what we may have seen is when we select any of the attributes, they show us as the sum, and then you have to change the measure. You can save it as a percentile, you can save it as a standard deviation or variance. This is how your analysis can show you. So if you have brought all the data in here, it can show the trend lines, show all the trend lines. Now we are not having any particular trend here, but then it is showing you the trend on sum. If you click on, all, it is showing you the trend line over here. If you can right click over here, you can also select which kind of type of trend models you can decide and select over here, which trend models you want to have it. They also provided you over here the details of the trend model. And close this. And that apart, if you go on totals, it will show you the row grand total. So let's click on show grand totals. Okay, it's not showing up any data as of now. Now what we see here is we are seeing here the open price and the high price. Both of these are on the columns, and on the rows is the close price. Having said that, if you want, you can also add the total turnover on the rows. So like, the overall trend will look somewhat like this. So what are we seeing here? We are seeing here close price and total turnover. They are on the y-axis and open price and high price on the x-axis of this particular bar chart. That apart, if you all want, you can also see if it shows up as a scatter plot. What does it show on the scatter plot? No, it does not show anything on the scatter plot. These are the different views or chart types that are showing, but not all of these are activated because most of these will show up depending upon the data type that you import on the panes. On the analysis side, you can also select the filters. You can select any of these out here. So if I click on sum of close price, then the close price filter will get activated over here. You can see here. If I click here and I come and select sum of open price, so that will show up over here. Variables that you have here in your sheet moved across the panes. Okay, if you want, you can take it and move it over here. Okay, if you want, you can bring this over here. So depending upon what you intend to analyze or kind of analysis you intend to perform, or you can move your variable across the panes. Obviously, I'll come to this in the data blending of how you conduct and perform data blending. But out here for now, the more important part is how do you understand the graphical user interface and not how to use the graphical interface. As part of the understanding or learning of the graphical user interface, some bit of data blending or some bit of exercise or task can be performed over here for easier in understanding. And then we have highlighters. So if we select on year date, okay, this is getting highlighted over here. Okay, let us click on edit in shelf. So if you want, you can edit in shelf also. This is what the date and the year. Okay, but we don't want to do that. So you can do some bit of coding, not coding exactly, but some bit of changes in the syntax can be done. Obviously, there are dedicated Tableau developers also, but that is not what That is not what I'm here to work or discuss upon. Let's click on sort and see what it shows up. See the data source order. If you want, you can make it alphabetic. You can make it field types. Okay, if it's field, which type of data you want. Okay, the field name is or data, a percentage delivery quantity to trade it. Okay, out here, if you want, you can change this as number of trades. Then what happens on the out here, we are not seeing any changes in particular. Click on deliverable content. What is the aggregation? It's sum. If I change this, or we can make it to standard deviations. This is how you can actually navigate across the panes. But obviously, this navigation or this blending has got more to do with the analysis. Again, info properties from missing value. Let us click on this and see what it shows up. Okay, we do not have any missing values. Yeah, see, now that is something else that is showing up. What is this? This is a trend line. This is also a line graph. This is a line graph, and then if I click on this, this is the area chart. That's a bullet graph. This is area chart. This area chart continues. Let's click on this. Yeah, see, that is how it shows us. If you click on this, that is your stacked bar chart. So these are different types of chart that you will be able to generate when you have the variables which are spread across the panes. And obviously, all the analysis is thereafter eventually conducted using the analysis tab as well. So that is what we have to show here. Thank you. Maps is rather simple and easier, although we don't have any such data set in which I can show you all map, but let's click on this for now. Background maps. So like, what do you want? It's light. If you click on normal, it will show something else. And then dark. So these are the backgrounds for the map that you may import. Okay, satellite, no, it's not. Example, we are not having any data which is having any geography details. Okay, so for this, we'll have to import another data set in which we have the details in terms of the geography. And then you can see that geography on the map. That is okay. Background images, Tech Mahindra. Okay, so like you can name the background images. You can add images over here. Let's see if you can add any image. So what I do is, how do I add the images? I click on map. I come here. Geocoding. No, we are not into geocoding as of now. I click on the background images for what? For Tech Mahindra. We come here, we click on add image. We can either click on file or let's click on option. Yeah, they have some specifications here. The options are provided, but that's okay. And the file or URL. So let's see, there is a story. It's a JPEG format. So like click open here. Now this is the background image that I'm trying to add. It's for open price. Y field is on the close price, and I click apply. Please specify a valid field range. Bottom is what? 2.5 and the top is what? 1.5. I click apply. Yeah, again, here also we need to show 2.5. So be 1.5. Okay, and I click OK here. Oh, it was supposed to show up something here, but Okay, but then that is how you will be adding a background image. The geocoding, let us see. No, we don't have import all the files in the directory. Let's see what is it that we have here. We do not have anything over here. Okay, fine. Select folder. Let's import what it shows. Okay, it is doing something. Now we have a very huge data set over there, so don't be startled or like worried, but you will have to keep a watch on what is happening. See, it is so when you import any data, it has to have some of the, it should not be having any missing data. Now this is a random, see, these are the 3 files that it went through: the Tech Mahindra CSV, Diabetes CSV, and Drugs CSV. And obviously that is containing some of the other error or the warning. So you say yes to that. See, now there are 258 invalid rows in file Tech Mahindra CSV. So if the data is not clean or clear enough, then you may have to do some cleaning and clear enough prior to the import. Let's click yes on this and see what shows up.